Okay, let me go ahead and reload that. I think we're back. Yes. Did that restart it? I actually don't know. Hold on. I should have changed the title as well, I think. Let me check. Yes. Okay, we'll go ahead and get right into it. This match was played a few days ago. I don't remember exactly which day, but it was the 7th, so that would be Tuesday. Okay, so this was before the patch, I guess. Wait, hold on. Am I going to be able to load these? Ah. Okay, so I fucked up. All right, I can't cast these ones because this was right before the patch, so I can't load the replays. I guess if I can't cast that one, and the only other one left that I can cast is the one that was just played last night. Yes? Yes. Okay, fuck it. Bad title. Try again. That series is now lost to time, but this one. I believe those are the name of the two teams, correct? No TIP versus. There we go. Okay. Well, let me open up the right draft this time. Okay. Where are they at? Here we go. And I'm going to confuse these teams because they have very similar names. So I'm going to. Where's Simina Mosp? I cannot find him. Here he is. Okay. We'll go ahead and get that loaded, and then we'll talk about game one here. Okay. So about that, a little bit confused about what series I was going to be casting, but it will be. Okay. We team game one here. It'll be Team TITS on. Such a stupid name. It'll be Team TITS here on blue and Team TIP here on red. Let's go ahead and see here. One of the bands didn't go through, I guess, or it didn't load properly. One or the other. So Team TITS is captained by Simina Mas, obviously, and Team TIP is captained by Fusro. So go ahead and take a look at the draft here. Okay. Oh my god. There we go. Smolder, first pick for Team TITS. Interesting. Okay. Varus Diana. I really like the Diana. I think Diana's a really top tier pick right now in jungle. And Zac Pantheon. So presumably Zac jungle and then Pantheon somewhere. We'll see. Then Rel and Mel go for the rhyming team comp. And then Garen, I believe this is played by Lynch Draco. I believe he's subbing for Team TITS today, or yesterday when he played it. And then LeBlanc gonna be for Simina Mas in the mid lane. Okay. And then next guy's gonna lock on the Ambessa, so we're gonna have the mother-daughter combo here for TIP. So that'll be interesting. All right, and I guess we can just get into it. And of course, course, nobody lines up in order because why would they? There we go. Ambessa AFK here at the start. Not a great sign.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh, I have the wrong fucking thing on. Hold on. There we go.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Booster going to be on the Diana. I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever seen him play Diana jungle before, so this will be interesting.
Minions have spawned.
Go ahead, maybe fast forward through some of the slower parts of these games, so this doesn't just so this doesn't take forever. All right, jungler's going to both start topside this time around. Team in a Moss positioning very aggressively level 1. In the end, probably came up behind on that trade, to be honest. There's going to be a Pantheon support. We haven't seen one of those in a while. Punch Drago going for the spin to win here in the top lane. Still rocking the phase rush tech. Most Garens I've seen nowadays have switched to Conqueror, but Lynch Drago's keeping it the classic. Diana clears significantly faster than Zach here in the early game, which is not surprising. Actually, it's not that much faster. Decent bit faster, but... Oh, this Boostro has actually used both his smites already. Interesting. That partly explains why he's so far ahead. We're going to maybe look for a gank here in the bot lane. Off's not to take his blue quite yet. On Smolder, has to be a little careful not to go into tower. He does successfully avoid the tower, so good job to him. You see another gank here in the bot lane. Both junglers kind of hover, and they do see the Diana thanks to this ward. They also see the Zac thanks to this ward, so both bot lanes having good vision so far to avoid these ganks. Ooh. Nice job by nice reflect by the Mel to not only reflect the LeBlanc Q, but to absorb the W damage as well. And of course, while we're paying attention to that, a fight breaks out in the bot lane. Pantheon's going to cheese him from the bush, and Rel going to turn around and try to go in, but I think that's going to lead to her death, and indeed it will. That will be first blood over to the Pantheon. Oh no, first blood over to the Pantheon. And he's waiting for his stun to come out. Finally comes up, but not before Smolder goes down, so now it's going to be support versus AD carry. Does Pantheon have the damage to finish off Varus? And no, he will not. So it will be a double kill for Pencil Prime on the Varus. Bit of a wild back and forth play there. Huge CS lead early on for Garen, by the way, which I find very surprising. I feel like Ambessa is a lot stronger than Garen early. But, you know, you have to know the match, you have to know your champion well to play it, so maybe this is why you weren't a fan of the Ambessa. This is what you're referring to? Zac trying to gank, but Mel's just a little too... Oh, Mel's going to go for the Flash E. Is that going to be enough to get the kill? No, Mel does not quite have the ulti yet, so not able to pop the ulti for the execute. Bit of a jungle fight here in the river. Nice Varus with the gun. Then I go ahead and catch Smolder. He's gonna go down. And now Mel kind of getting run out. I'm really gonna need Papa Greg to stop throwing his charge spear though on Pantheon, because that puts it on a way longer cooldown. So if you're in melee, just use the melee one. Just tap it. In the end, Team TIP comes out way ahead on that fight. About 2k goalie for them and the first dragon. Yeah, 3-0 Mel, 3-0 Varus. Team TITS gonna go ahead and move in here on the grubs, and they got the numbers advantage here. Garen able to get a kill, but ooh, he's stalling the Monka's hero, so is Mel. And yeah, TITS still has the numbers advantage. Pip does indeed. I'm getting all the void grubs here. Yeah, great early game here for Team TIP. Tips? Is it tips or tip? It's just tip. Okay. gank coming here on the top lane. Zambas are going to be able to escape. Wow, he's actually able to escape. Lynch Draco. Oh, didn't quite have the ulti, so not able to finish him off. Ooh, nice attempted engage here by Rel, but she's going to get turned. Okay, Papa Greg, please, for the love of God, stop charging the Q. It doesn't do more damage. It just puts it on a longer cooldown. We're going to go for a dive on the Smolder, but he actually plays it well and gets the return kill. Get 2 return kills, actually, so very well played by the Smolder. Kenny's gonna go ahead and get caught out here, but Zach is here, and that's gonna land right on top of Varus. Varus does have both some. Ooh! Wild panhandle too, but it does get him. Now the rest of Team Tip is here to try to turn the fight, but they're outnumbered. They just need to back off. Nice dive by Lynch Draco there. Garen, phenomenal tower diver. We'll go ahead and get the solo kill on top lane. But Team Tits does go ahead and get the Dragon while that's happening. Oh no! Oh no! The ult goes too early, doesn't hit anybody. That's very unfortunate for Boosterville. Yeah, gold dead even here at the moment.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Keep it together.
Zach's gonna go ahead and revive. We're gonna go in. Rail being very aggressive. It doesn't get the kill. Is Papa Greg gonna be able to finish him off? No, but LeBlanc is able to clean him out afterward. She's gonna take a bunch of damage. Garen's gonna come in. Nice flank by Lynch Draco. Should be able to pick up Varus here. Indeed, he will. I do find it interesting that Ambessa went for the Voltaic first. I think this is a good item on Ambessa, but against a Garen where you just need to be, where he can just one-shot you if you build Squishy, I don't know if I like this. Maybe you can kite him out with it, but ooh, Ambessa ult's gonna come in here on Zach, but now Garen's gonna spin to win right onto the rest of the team, and he's gonna have ulti available, and he's gonna dunk him. And Lynch Draco so far looking like a great choice of sub for Team Tits. They had a very rough early game, but they've clawed all the way back, and now they have the lead.
Let's do this for real.
When Straight goes, I mean, they usually most Garen switch to Conqueror, but Phase Rush still has his uses, like in that situation. I'm not sure he escapes if he has Conqueror. But yeah, Phase Rush, just pop all your buttons and run away. I do see a Sunfire Cape on the Zac. I am displeased. Yeah, simple as that. I don't like it. I do not like. It's definitely better on Zac than it is on a lot of champions, though. So it's okay. It's fine. Bess is gonna go ahead and try to flash on Smolder here, but not quite able to get. And now Papa Greg's gonna go. And just take the kill, buddy. Just take the kill. And he does indeed take the kill. Good job. And now LeBlanc is here trying to pick up Varus on the back end, but doesn't quite have the damage, at least not yet. Ooh, tries a little too hard and getting sniped by the Varus. The Varus, who is very fed. But Pantheon ends up ulting him in response. And now Diana's kind of stuck here, but so is Garen, and that means Diana needs to leave. Garen gonna just go for the dive on the Ambessa here. Indeed he will. I don't even know if he needed Zac there, but to help secure the kill. Fight's breaking out here in the top lane. Pantheon should go down, and indeed he will. Shut down over to the Mel. About a 3K goal lead here for Team TITS. Feats of Strength been gotten yet? I haven't really been paying attention. Doesn't look like it. So I guess it'll come down to whoever gets the... It must come down to whoever gets Monster Slayer. And I guess they're all right, 2 for 2 now, so it'll be whoever gets this dragon here. I would like to see Ambessa TPN here sooner rather than later, with how important this dragon is. Let's see if she does that. I don't know what the tip backline is doing while Diana is engaging. We're not on the same page, and now Pantheon able to go ahead and finish off the Diana. Now Garen is here, and Ambessa is ulted in as well, or TP'd as well, but it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade in TFP's favor. And they're going to try to do the dragon here, but this is dangerous. You don't have your jungler here, so you don't have smite. It's just going to come down to whoever has the best secure among the non-junglers. And Garen says, I don't give a fuck, I'm going in. He's going to kite out with Phase Rush, and Nasimi Namas comes in, gets a great combo, does a bunch of damage, but ends up going down to the Mel, and now there's a lot of health here, but full Smolder still full health, and Garen's going to go ahead and flash in on the Rel. And that should secure Dragon here unless Mel can steal it. No, Mel's going to go ahead and turn on the Smolder. You need one more auto. Which is going to go ahead and finish off the Smolder, but Garen will secure the Dragon. 14 TITS. And now Pantheon going to ult in. This Pantheon, you know, I've criticized his charge Q multiple times, but beyond that, he's been a menace this game in favor of Team TITS. So, you know what? I'll let it slide. Just watch this cast, learn next time. But other than that, he's been doing a phenomenal job on the Pantheon. So, very well done by Papa Greg. Unfortunately, Seaman Amos has very much gotten the can't farm with LeBlanc Earth this game, so he's way behind. Even though he's gotten some decent kill participation, his farm has just been really struggling, so he will have a hard time assassinating anybody this game. I mean, yeah, just compared to the mid lane, he is 2,000 gold below the mill, so that is tough. And he's behind his own support, so nice engage here by Panther, and then engage on the Rel. Smolder's here. He's going to take him down, force the virus to retreat. Smolder stack check 178. Should be at 25 in about the next 4 or 5 minutes. Whew. Team TITS is going to go ahead and move in here on the Otacon, but this is a risky Otacon, and TITS is able to get here to contest it. Ew, it's Slammy. True. Slammy castle yet another game. Hello, Confetti. Unfortunately, no Team 2 game for you to cheer for today. Team TITS is going to go ahead and get Otacon. Very forward ult by Pantheon, but is able to go ahead and get the engage. Has to flash for it, but in the end goes a little too far. You'll have to hurry up and wait. You're gonna be waiting a while. Our game's probably not for a week. And Zach trying his best to help his team get out of here, but I feel like Garen, you could just go in. Ooh, look at that Smolder damage. Garen's going in. It's gonna be double kill for the Smolder. And Zach able to stall with his revive passive. And Garen looking nice and fair and balanced right there. Under to zeroing the Diana under tower. 7-0 Garen, that is a tough assignment. You recognize Lynn Straco? Yeah, you should recognize a few people for here. Lynn Straco and Fuster are both on my team a couple seasons ago. Or I guess 3 seasons ago now, but there are former teammates indeed in this game. All right, we'll fast forward here just a little bit. About a 5 gig goal lead here for Team TITS now. If you're Team TIP, you really need to find a way to play around this Varus as much as possible. Varus and Mel, they're both really... I'm actually surprised they're as far behind as they are with how fed Mel and Varus are, but I guess it's just the top lane difference is 4,500 gold in favor of the Garen. Yeah, you just saw the team names. Tits and Tip. Yep. We're a real classy league here. We only have the most sophisticated of names here in the beer league. Zach's gonna go ahead and go in, and Beth's gonna go ahead and get caught out here. Ulted by the Garen, probably premature to be honest. I'd save that for a more priority target. I don't think we need this to kill her, but now the fight's gonna break out in earnest. Because they're kind of in the shade of the tower here, so they need to be careful. They need to just kite back and buy some time, but that Zach engage is really hard to deal with. Only the classiest of the classiest, yep. No crude humor here, no sir. And Team TITS will move on to Dragon. This will be Dragon number 3 for them. Pantheon's gonna go ahead and ult top and catch up to Diana here. And that will indeed be going down. Another kill for him. Pantheon support just absolutely killing it this game. Team TITS says, alright, we just killed their jungler, now it's time to do Baron. You could probably contest this if your team tip, but you have to not get killed by the Garen, and that's the hard part, because this Garen is very, very thin. Mel's going to go ahead and TP in, but I think it's going to be too little too late, and that's going to be, I imagine it's going to be Baron secured here, and it's indeed Baron secured here for Team Tits. And look at LeBlanc. LeBlanc just does no damage to anybody who's remotely tanky. That's tough. But now the rest of Team Tits is going to be here. The real assassin, the support Pantheon, and the Zac have arrived. I'm amazed that Lynch Garrett only just now got that tower. And they're going to go ahead and dive the Mel. Man, it is playing against a Zac that's ahead is just so unplayable. He can just keep diving you over and over, and there's not a lot you can do about it if you don't have the right kind of champion to stop it. Besta tries to make a play, but ends up going down, and now Smolder's got his stacks. So he's got his 260, so you like the character? Which one? And it looks like this will be game one here in favor of Team Tits. Garen kind of went nuts, and the rest of the team just followed his lead, so. Yeah. From Tits team, the one who jumped in there and killed them. Pantheon, you mean? The guy with the spear and the shield? This guy? Papa Grag? Or no, the gooey guy. 08 PM, yes, Zac. I hate him a lot. I hate Zac a lot, actually. He's one of my least favorite champions to play against. But it admittedly is fun to watch when I'm not the one suffering from it. So, all right, that will be game one in favor of Team Tits. So we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and work on game two here. I do have it switched, right? Yes. Okay. We'll look at the game two draft. Oh, that's the wrong screen. And we'll look at the game two draft here. I need to switch the sides. All right. So here we go. Sides, Amumu first pick here for Team Tip. I like that. Amumu's always a very solid choice, especially for Fusro. Fusro is a very good Amumu player. That's going to be the Misfortune Leona in response. Okay. Bronzaya, Ivor in jungle for Team Tits. Interesting. Okay. And Vigar. Okay, and Oriana Ornn. And then last pick, Mundo. I know there was a bit of a discussion about this in the Beer League Discord. So we'll see how that goes, I suppose. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into it. And here we go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Literally, going to be a fight here. See Middle Moss walking right into the enemy team on fire, which is really not what you want. Might be able to get a return kill on the Braum here, though. No, he's able to escape. So that will be, at minimum, a 2-0 here in favor of Team Tip to start the game. That's what you want. I don't know why Vigar is walking in like that, but he paid for it. So, wrong neighborhood indeed.
Minions have spawned.
Jungler's both going to start bot side, although what that means for Ivern, it's hard to say because he has very weird jump clears that I don't really understand. I imagine we will see a lot of farming in the top lane. Both Born and Mundo just want to scale. Although Mundo kind of getting beat up here at the moment. Needs to be careful. Born can definitely kill him if he's a little too out of line. I guess there was one benefit of Viger dying so fast. He didn't have any time to waste to panic flash. So there you go. It looks like we're going to get a gank here in the top lane, and meanwhile an all-in in the bot lane as well, but they're going to be fine. The gank ends up getting called off, Mundo's too far back. We're going to see first gank here in the mid lane by Ivern. Corion's going to be able to flash, it should be fine. Viger's really got no mana, so it doesn't really... Got the gank off, but didn't really do anything. Alright, Lynch Draco, I need to check. Do you have the proper tech for the Mundo build? Do you remember what I taught you? Let's see. Double scaling health, good. Biscuits, good. Okay, you do remember. Excellent. Good job. Does need to not be fighting the Ornn like that, though. So far, other than that kill from the Hookahs from the invade, nothing, not a lot of action so far. Oh, gonna be a Ivern's gonna go ahead and get caught out in the tri-bush there and end up going down. That will be Feet of War over for Team Tip. And if you're a Lynch Drake, I really want to see you shoving this wave here. Because Walworn has no mana, you don't want him to leave. Meanwhile, the rest of Team Tip is going to go get the plate, brother. You don't need to be afraid. It's an Ornn with no mana. Am I going to have to go yell at Nathan again after I finish casting the series? It's an Ornn with 40 mana, brother. Get in there and whack that tower. Get the plates. He's always been a passive boy. Moon was coming in, nice gank, able to get him behind without really seemingly... Well, I guess they just weren't paying attention because they didn't react. They do have a ward there, but they just didn't react until he was already there. No ulti for him yet, though, so not able to do too much with the gank. About a 1k gold lead here for Tip. I see, and now you're going for the play after he comes back with enough mana and full health. I mean, I think he'll escape, but... No, he will in fact not escape. Okay. Now support's roaming up here and to get Beerton ready for grubs. Well, Leona's nowhere to be seen as of yet. Ooh, nice flash to avoid the first Amumu bandage toss, but hopefully the second is going to land. Nice combo with the Orion ulti. Going to be able to finish off the Vigar here. Okay. Yes. Ooh. Okay, there we go. They finally got him. Sometimes being too passive is not the best. Lol and ouch, yeah. No, I have coached Lynch Draco a lot in top lane. Because he was obviously my top laner for a season. He definitely has a bit of a problem with being too passive in lane when he has the advantage. So, that has been a characteristic weakness of his. So, very strong start here for Team Tip, though. Up to 2k goal lead already, 6-0. Got both the early objectives. Yeah, tough start. gonna be a bit of a lane swap here. Mid and top are gonna swap. I think it was just because of how the waves were catching. Mundo is gonna go ahead and grab a plate. There you go. That was good. That, however, is that gonna end in his death? No, he's gonna pop ulti and escape. Unfortunately, I don't think he would have got him if that Q had landed, but he does survive the Ornn all in. Meanwhile, in the top lane, bit of scrapping here, but it looks like Veigar gonna land the combo here. He sure is. He's gonna land the Q. Flash Q? Just regular Q. Okay, there you go. You got it. Jump into the Veigar there. Mundo does need to be careful though. That Ornn W does a lot. That hit afterwards does a ton of damage. Gotta respect his authority sometimes.
Next time.
Not as bad of a deficit as you would think, given they're down 6-1. Only about a 500 gold deficit here for Team TITS. So this game is still very much in reach. Going for a gank here on the Orianna. Flash is blown. And now Mundo is here as well, and that should be a dead Orianna, and it will indeed be a dead Orianna, and that's going to be another kill for the Veigar. So nice 3-man roam by them, and Lynch Draco doing a good job getting another plate here. Just ignoring the Amumu. Perfect. Just needs to make sure he doesn't get stunned with no minions at our tower. He is A-okay. There you go. Found his nerve and start getting some of those tower plates. Good job. And actually after that, Team TITS has the lead, even fighting down in kills. 500 gold lead, another kill for Veigar. Gotten 3 kills in pretty short order here. So, bit of a turnaround here for Team TITS here in game 2. Go ahead and try to go for the dragon here. No TP for either of the people top lane, so this is going to be a 4v4 scenario. Although Ornn is here, Ornn is in base respawning, but he does have TP. We'll see if he decides to TP in here or if they just concede. Booster taking a lot of damage. Ornn's going to go ahead and TP in, but he's TPing into the pit. And let's see how they decide to respond. Ooh, Leona goes for the ulti and completely misses. So now Ornn's going to land the ulti combo on the Ivern takes a ton of damage, and Ivern ends up going down. He does scare the dragon before he goes down, but the Ornn is absolutely wreaking havoc here. And the rest of the team TITS just has to bail. Oh, and I don't think Veigar was getting out. So I don't blame Leona for doing that, but it still looks bad. Especially Orianna, yeah, the Star Guardian Orianna with the ballet outfit. It's very nice for sure. Well, yeah, it was honestly, I didn't think it was a great TP by Ornn at first, but he ended up working well with it because they didn't stop the Ornn ulti. So they definitely could have if they played a little bit better and probably been fine, but in the end they do get the dragon, so. Man, 2C's. Double speed seems like a lot more than double speed, which is probably a sign that I'm tired. Oh, that's okay. We'll go ahead and get this series. We'll get this series finished. Nice counter coming in here by Ivern. They can't go too deep though. Mundo's still okay. Is he gonna be able to finish off the Amumu? He is, but he isn't gonna go down the tower. But Veigar is gonna flank as well and able to finish off the kill. And Ornn, ooh, not able for Ivern to escape the Ornn, and Veigar's gonna have to kite away. I am a Leona enjoyer. True. I am also a Leona enjoyer. In more ways than one. About a 700 goal lead here for Team TIP. It's been very back and forth in the goal, but not particularly large leads either way. Gonna be a gank here on the Veigar. They be able to get him? They will indeed get him here, and that's tough.
Destroyed.
Getting caught out by 2 tanks with no flash. He will get first tower, though. Was that first tower? Yeah, it was first tower, so that will secure... Was that feat of strength? No, it's not feat of strength yet. Now, Mundo is here, and he's going to go ahead and go Unga Bunga on the Amumu here. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. That's going to be another kill for the Mundo. Ooh, great Braum E to block almost all of that MF ult damage. So what looked like a great engage to start for the TITS bot lane ends up going south thanks to that Braum E. And now Oriana's going to go ahead and TP as well. Going to go ahead and make sure the play goes their way. Meanwhile, Mundo and Ornn gonna go. Mundo and Ivern gonna go ahead and grab the Rift Herald. And I guess it'll once again come down to whoever gets Monster Slayer. So next objective. This Xayah very fed though, and that's gonna be rough for Team TITS to deal with. Especially with all that engage that they got and all that heal with the Braum. So.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Mundo, pretty big, has already got his Heartsteel and Warmogs up and going. And good, he is indeed rotating to the bot lane because there's still a tower there. A tier 1 tower, so he wants to work on getting that. Very good. Looks like it's going to be able to catch on Leona, though. But Vigorous here is going to turn it back, and they're going to go ahead and turn on the Braum. Pops the ulti Vigor on Braum, which I'm not a fan of. Would have saved that for a target, bigger target like this Amumu, and now phenomenal Amumu will be 3-man stun. And now Mundo is here, but he doesn't have the backup to actually help him win this fight. Yep, and that's going to be an F down as well. And yeah, Mundo. This is a situation as a Mundo player where you just say, good luck team, and you push the lane. I know you want to be a team player and help out, but showing up to cooked fights doesn't help anything, right? Just get your farm. Get your farm, push the lane, and scale up. Basically, if you were a Mundo player, you only group for team fights in that situation if it's free, right? If it's already a bad fight, you don't bother showing up because you just die, you lose momentum. It's not worth it. Could have gotten a tier 2 tower somewhere in the time that happened, so just something to think about. Nice catch here, however, on the Oriana. Well done there, and that will be another kill for the Veigar. About a 1.5k gold here for Team Tip. Ouch, that was nearly one shot. Yeah. Yep. Double Heartsteel Gaming in the top lane. I respect it. Both junglers here as well. But Braum is also roaming top. So they just need to kind of just stall for a little bit until Braum gets here. And then I think they win. I mean, honestly, yeah, Mundo, yeah, he's just getting CC too hard. He can't escape. So he's going to end up going down here. And are they going to go ahead and get the Ivern as well? Indeed, they will. And so, the MF is here. Unfortunately, it's too late. So yeah, honestly, great roam so far by Braum this game. He's been doing a great job on those. Showing up in unexpected places and making a difference. Okay. Ornn's going to go ahead and get caught out a little bit here, kind of buying time for his team. Unfortunately, not the best Leona ulti. Not able to stun. And now that MF ulti is going to come out, not able to finish off anybody. Team Tip working on... Ooh, nice stun by the Veigar. It's going to end up going down... Going to end up bringing down the Xayah, and then ulti on the Ornn to finish him off as well. So in the end, Team TITS managed to secure this? No, because the Tip jungler is still here. He's the one with Smite. He will get it, and he's got Oriana here to help as well. So even though they have the numbers advantage, they have the Smite, which is the most important part in this scenario. And now Mundo is here. Amumu's trying to kite away, but in the end, not far enough, and Mundo should be able to get Oriana here, and indeed he will. Double kill for the Misfortune. So yeah, Tip does end up getting the Otacon, but the gold lead does close. So we're tied up once again. Although obviously the flowers will make a big difference in terms of the EXP and stats. So, very back and forth game here so far. Uno going ahead and push that lane, as he should be. He seems to be careful when he doesn't have ulti or ghost. Oh, he does have ulti, so I think he should be okay here. Indeed, he will. He's got Ivern to help cover, so he should try to turn this to at least get some Heartsteel stacks. And indeed, what he'll do, he'll just grab some Heartsteel stacks and then leave. Very good. And Team Tip is going to do a death push here, waiting for someone to walk by. I know they're going to invade the blue buff, and they're going to find poor Ivern over the wall and kill him instantly. That is not what you want to find in your jungle. You want looking for a blue buff, and now the rest of Team Tip is kind of hanging out, but unfortunately they're hanging on a ward. So they're going to go ahead and get engaged on. And I don't know why they're hanging out around like that. I don't know what they're expecting to do. Their jungler's already dead, so... yeah, they hang out on a ward and they get caught out. So, huge play for Team Tip. They're going to go ahead and get all those kills. They're going to get the dragon here. That's third dragon for them. Yeah, Mundo is scaling, but he might run out of time here before he gets to that vaunted late game. So, we'll see. He did get the tier 2 tower, though. So, he's actually not that far behind the Ornn, even though the Ornn has 9 kills. Bit of a fight breaking out here in the mid lane. Do we really need to see this beefcake fight in the bot lane, Rio? There's stuff going on over here. Ivern almost gets caught out here and manages to escape. And able to disengage from the Amumu. Sometimes direct the camera's dumb, that's all I'm saying. Mundo able to start to try to pressure this tower down here, as he should be. Let your Warmogs do its thing and then get in there and kill that tower. Okay, you need to actually hit the tower. Oh, there you go. He's totally fine. He's not tanky. He's too tanky for Ornn to burst at this point. Meanwhile, shenanigans are going on up here in the jungle by Baron. Leona is going to find him while trying to ward, and she's going to go in, but I don't know if she's realized what she's going into. Actually, they do have the numbers advantage here. Nice Leona ulti on the Xayah. Great blast plant, though, by the Braum to get them over to the wall to safety. The Mumu's going to have to flash the wall to escape. Wow, that was a really great escape by Team Tip there. That was looking bad. But with the plant and the flash, they all get out of it mostly unscathed. So well played by them. Vigar's looking for more. He's going to go ahead and land the stun on the Braum. Vigar's looking for the Amumu. Does he have ulti? Oh no, ends up getting blocked by the Braum shield. I'd really like to see them do Dragon here because you just kind of force them off. Or do Baron because you kind of force them off. I think you probably have the damage for it with the Vigar. Vigar's got 766 AP. Yeah, I definitely think they could have done it here, especially if Mundo TP's in. Mundo does indeed get the tower. He's almost to level 16. Maybe a couple more waves. Oh, unfortunately, Vigar's back in a bad spot where he's seen by that ward. He's going to end up going down, and now that leaves MF in a bad spot as well. And she's going to get run down by the Amumu Orianna combo, but Amumu doesn't really need help. He's just going to run him down by herself, or by himself. Yep, tank versus ADC gameplay in a nutshell right there. Tough. Yeah, very unfortunate backing place there for the Vigar. Kind of gets his whole team caught out. Meanwhile, Draco does get the tower down here. He's about to get level 16. He could just hit these minions a little bit. I need you to realize how close you are and hit these minions. Please hit the minions. Please hit the minions. Please hit them. No, don't. Please hit the minions, Draco. Please hit. There we go. Okay, so we already used the ulti, so that kind of eliminates the value of getting the level 16. But hey, at least you survived. Meanwhile, Tip does go ahead and get the Baron after their big one fight over here. So about a 3k gold lead for them now, plus potential Dragon Soul coming up in about 45 seconds. And yes, I critique Lynch Draco's gameplay a lot because I coached him a lot, right? So, and I know he's a good player, but he does have some mental lapses sometimes. So, you know, gotta be aware of him. But he is indeed level 16. His ult's not going to be out for a while though, so I don't know if they can contest this. They're going to try. They're going to start it. Ornn's not here. He does have TP. Mundo ulti not up for another 30 seconds, so you really don't want to fight without it if you can help it. But TITS is going to go ahead and rush it, and Boostro is going to go ahead and get in on the side and try to engage on Boostro, but now they're getting pincered by tanks and tanks on one side and the backline on the other, and they're going to get, I assume, absolutely wiped here, and that's exactly what happened. Mundo still doesn't have ulti, so he can't really go ham here. And Team Tip is going to go and secure Dragon. Mundo is still doing Mundo things over here, but his whole team is basically dead already, so I don't know how valuable it is. He can't actually really dive the backline without his ulti, and he's going to get caught out here. The ulti's going to pop, but it's 4 people in one Mundo. He's not that tanky. And he's going to end up going down, so tough play. Trying to force here. Great pincer movement by Team Tip with engage on one side and then backline on the other, so they really had nowhere to go. So, really good team play by Team Tip there to win the fight and secure the Dragon Soul. Little bit, ooh, huge Orion ulti. My goodness, that did a lot of damage. And yeah, that looks like it will be game 2 in favor of Tip. So yeah, they came back. You know, they had their come from ahead, come from behind, lost. They gave up last game, but managed to win this game. So it looks like we're going to go to game 3. All right. Let me go ahead and switch the thing over here, and we'll go ahead and look at the draft for game 3. Okay. All right, here's the draft for game 3. Are they switching sides again? No, they are not. So we can go ahead and give Tip their 1 win. All right, here we go. It's going to be Thresh first pick for Tip. That's an interesting choice. Okay. Then Sivir, Wukong. Sivir is always a good choice into Thresh for obvious reasons, spell shield and all that. Wukong is just a very top-tier jungle pick. Jinx and Jarvan, no surprise there. Jarvan's probably the most picked jungler in Beer League this season, I would guess. Very versatile, strong early game. Lots of playmaking, so it makes sense. It's going to be Renata to go with the Sivir. Okay. And then Akali forcing Minimas in the mid lane. Blind pick, I might add. So that is brave. And it's going to go into the Vex, so that is not great for the Akali if the Vex plays properly. It's going to be very impossible. It's going to be really hard for Akali to do much. And then Cassante lock in. Last pick here for Tip, blind pick. And response was the Gwen. I do like the Gwen pick against Cassante. I don't know how good Lynch Draco is on Gwen. I guess we'll see once we get into the game. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get into it. Let's get started on game 3. I hate this stupid Discord overlay, by the way. Every time the League client loads, like, fuck off. It blocks off my screen. I can't see shit. It's annoying. Oh my god. There we go. Team Tip really does not like lining up in order, I'm noticing. So bonus points to Team Tits for doing that, so I don't have to. So my job gets less annoying. Okay, there we go. Sometimes the alt tab doesn't work. Look, Mom, on TV. You are indeed on TV. All right. It's a very cool emote for the Thresh skin there, I will say. A little bit of scrapping here early in the top lane. Gwen decides to pop the Ghost as soon as she sees Jarvan. I don't think she needed to. It's a level 1 Jarvan. It's not going to do much. here we go. Jungler's gonna start on opposite sides this time around. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's not the right button. There we go. Level 2 power spike here for Lynch Draco. Going to go for the all-in, but unfortunately Casante's still a fair and balanced champ, so he has to back off. So we're going to get an early all-in the mid lane. Not quite able to land the E on the Vex, so probably need to be careful. We're going to get a top lane. Yank on the we're going to get a top lane. Not quite able to finish off Casante though, but he will live for now. Eating forward on a Kali against a Vex is interesting. I feel like you would want to save that for the damage. Ooh, nice flash play on the Renata, and now Jarvan is here. Unfortunately, the poke pulls him out of the Jarvan EQ, but in the end, he does get the kill. So, first blood over for TIP. I actually don't know what TIP stands for. I know that Team TITS stands for Teemo in the Shadows, but I don't know what Team TITS stands for. Ooh, another nice hook by the Thresh. That's going to be another kill over for the Jinx. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kali getting a little too spicy here. Instead of taking tower shots. Ooh. Nope, Jarvan's going to go ahead and... Wow, I didn't even really need Jarvan's help, to be honest. Got a little slow on him, but it was just the Vex damage. All right. Not very strong early game here. Once again for Tip, up to almost a 2k gold lead here already. Plus the Feat of Warfare. The camera really wants to watch top lane. Team Tit's gonna go ahead and move in here on the dragon. I like the aggressiveness to go for it immediately. Unfortunately, they are going to be seen here. Is Husar going to try to go for a steal? Indeed he is. They're going to go in. It's going to come down to whoever gets a better smite, and it will be Wukong. Is going to secure it. And now Akali's going to go in and ends up thinking better of it and goes back out, but then Vex is going to go in. And she's going to end up getting a kill, but end up dying in return. And now it's a 3v3. Another great hook by Thresh on the Renata, and she should go down once again. And so far, Aloe has been killing it on this Thresh. They first picked it for a reason, I guess. So well played. Ooh, very well played by LSM there to be able to ult Gwen into the tower. That will be a solo kill in his favor. And another kill for the Jinx. My goodness, this Jinx is going to get really fed, isn't she? Oh boy. But yeah, if you're against Casante, you need to be very careful if he has his charged up Q and you're that close to tower, because he can Q you, pull you towards him, and then get you behind you and ult you into the tower. So you need to be very careful when he has his little knock pullback charged in that scenario. So Lynch was not. You'll learn. Yeah, 3k gold lead already. Here for the side of Tip. It's in the bot, mostly in the bot lane, which is where you like it. Tip gonna go ahead and try to work on these Rift grubs as well. Kali waiting in the shadows. Unfortunately misses the E on the Vex, so not gonna be missing a lot of that damage. Opts just not to go for it. Probably a good call. She does have the fears lined up and ready to go, so need to be careful of that. feel like Gwen should win this matchup, but I don't know. Gwen's also been nerfed a lot recently, so I'm not. It might just be like a nerf champ diff, but nice gank by the Wukong, able to go ahead and get a kill for the Gwen in the top lane. So you definitely want, if the Gwen's strong, this game gets way easier for Team TITS. So I like going up there. And now, Team Tip being a little cheesy boy is going to go ahead and catch out Sivir here, and he's going to go down. Honestly, if they had been a little more patient, they might have been able to get both of them, but I don't blame them for going immediately. They were waiting there for a while. They got impatient, you know. They didn't know they were both going to come right after the other, so it's fine. Jinx up to 4 kills already. She's already got her Yuntal to start stacking. And about a 3.5k goal lead here. Wukong fighting the Cassante. He needs to be careful. Cassante can definitely fight him. And Tip's going to go ahead and go for Dragon number 2 here. Lynch Draco going for a nice all-in attempt here. Does he have ulti? No, he doesn't have it quite yet, so he needs to kite out a little bit. He should go here, I think. Yeah, you've got ulti, you've got Ghost Pop. And that's going to be a flash coming out from the Cassante. So I'm not going to be able to land the kill, unfortunately, but you do get a slash. Look for a bit of cheese on the Cassante. I'm not sure you have the damage to do this, but I guess we're going to find out. Pops the W really early and ends up, okay, he ends up deciding to hold the lane, doesn't even go for the kill, which is probably smart. Looks like he has Nasher's money. He indeed does, so that's what he's going to go get. Very good. Kali really hasn't done much of anything so far this game. She's really just struggled to get in. Phenomenal flash hook by the Thresh once again. Can Kali find a way to somehow escape this? I think she will. They didn't realize with, oh, has to end up blowing flash, but that's worth it. You escaped. They use a lot of resources to get you there, and Thresh says, well played, well played, well played, well played, well played, well played. So well done to Akali to get out of a sticky situation. Dex getting a little bit caught out here, but he's also got Jarvan here to cover. He should be fine. Draco, very spooked by this Cassante. Even with the Nashers, he's still afraid to all in, which is just a testament to how strong Cassante and how intimidating that champion is.
Okay.
And Draco playing it conservative. Gonna be a nice CC combo there by a Cassante to get the kill, but will end up dying to the tower. Still worth it though, because Gwen's gonna miss a bunch of minions, but ooh. Nice all-in attempt there by the bot lane, but I think they're just too far behind to realistically win, and Jinx is going to go ahead and get 1 kill. She's going to get excited. She's trying to grab the lantern, but having a bit of trouble. And that might be enough to actually save Sivir's life. She does end up having to blow flash. But she doesn't end up escaping. Meanwhile, they're going to go ahead and grab the Rift Field here. If you already have feats of strength as well, so that'll be help. Kali able to finish off the Thresh. I don't know if she has the damage to actually kill Jinx. If she can land the E, maybe she can kill Jinx. No, Jinx has barrier. Jinx will win. So indeed, Jinx will win. However, Wukong will show up and clean up the Jinx there at the end. Get a nice shutdown from killing the Jinx there. So good job. About a 2.5k goal lead here for Team Tip. Team Tits is going to go ahead and TP in here. They really want this dragon. No TP from Gwen in the top lane and actually kind of getting her ass beat, so she has to run away. And Cassante could TP in here to help his team. But I think they're probably just going to have to concede because Jinx is not here. Oh, Lustro's going to try to get in. He's going to steal it. Phenomenal Renata ulti for the fight afterwards, but it is a successful steal by Lustro. Ooh, nice juke. Able to escape the Kali for the moment. He is going to end up going down, and now Kali's real mad. She's going on the back line, but she doesn't have Shroud, so she's just getting focused here, and she will go down. Or no, wait. Am I stupid? Okay, what happened? You can tell I'm tired. I'm not even telling what I'm looking at. Oh, that was his Renata. Got it. I was confused for a second there. I'm like, how did that fight go? Okay, got it. Unfortunate that they lost the dragon to the steal, but ultimately they do win the team fight 4-1. So actually 4-0. It was quite dying on it. Was her own thing up in top lane. So yeah, that closed the gold gap. Only about a 500 gold lead here for Tip. Obviously the big objective lead. Very interesting to see that Cassante went Force of Nature first rather than Canic Rookern first. I see them usually go Rookern, but I think Force of Nature has a lot of potential as well. So I think either starting item is fine. So it's not criticism. It's just usually not what they go. They're going to go ahead and go for Cassante here. Is he going to go ahead and get a nice ulti up to escape? A decent ulti. But is that going to be enough to get out? And indeed it will. Okay. And Gwen's going to knock him the tower. Nope, and Cassante is just so hard to kill. Meanwhile, he's just being a nice big distraction for his team. Renata gets hooked by another hook. My god, first thrush hits every hook. Renata's going to end up going down. Next is going to go on the Sivir, and she's going to go down as well. She is, and now Akali's here to try to clean up the mess. Gets the kill on the Vex, but there's no one left here to help. Ooh, and ends up, the Thresh hops in the Rift Herald for safety, so no kill on him as well. And in the top lane, what happens? Did they try to die? Oh god, did they try to dive this Cassante? Oh god. Ooh, very nice double knockup there by Cassante. His ult ends. He's gonna go down the tower. They do finally get him, but he ends up getting both kills in return. So very well played by Cassante while his team was winning a team fight in mid. Huge play for Team Tip. They're gonna go ahead and get some objectives here. Reestablish the gold lead up about 3K.
Blue team has scored an ace.
We're gonna go ahead and go for the Otacon. Team's kind of looking for mischief. They're going to find Cassante here, but we've already barked up this tree several times. It doesn't seem to work. Going to go ahead and land a nice catch on the Sivir. She's going to go down another hook. This Thrush doesn't miss. And Renata's going to go ahead and TP in here to try to hold, but she's going to get dove as well. So far, outplaying it, though. Doesn't get hooked, played back, but takes the Thrush to the tower, so he's going to go down. Now, Wukong trying his best to stall here, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, and both of the solo lanes for Tits just not around to defend their base. So that Tips is just going to go for the end here. They're going to be able to do it. They're going to try to stop him. We'll see, but Tips does have a numbers advantage here with the Cassante TPing in. So they're able to kill Akali. And yeah, they're able to force him off. So yeah, the game will end right here, I think. Yep, indeed it will. Yeah, wow, very quick and kind of sudden win here for Team Tip. But yeah, they took game one on the chin and they came back and looked very strong in the next two games. So well played to them, honestly. They did a great job. And yeah, the Jinx getting that fed kind of makes the game really hard to play when the ADC damage gap is that big. So that is tough. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Cast 2 series. I'm tired. I believe there's There is a series being played tonight, I believe. The other Beer League Light series tonight. And then one more game tomorrow. One more Beer League Fearless Stout, whatever you call it, game Sunday tomorrow as well. So a couple more games this week, and then we'll be done for week 4. So thanks for watching, everybody. And I'd say have a good night, but it's not even, the sun's not even down yet. So I guess have a good rest of your day. All right, bye.